Guys, we're here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2023 Chevy Silverado 3500 heavy duty 6.6 liter Duramax 4x4 High Country.
And a big thanks to Raul at Furman Chevy in Brandon, Florida for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and that's for Raul.
Ever since 1999, the Chevy Silverado has been one of the more popular American pickup trucks, available from $1,500 all the way up to $6,500 for the series of trucks. Also, they sell international, like actual military vehicles too, but we're not going to count those. We'll say $1,500 to $1,600 as their classifications for their trucks. In 2020, the 4th generation Silverado that you see here was released, available in either a single rear wheel or a dual rear wheel. Also, 2 different engine options, starting with the 6.6 liter V8 gas engine with the crew cab that you see here and 4x4. We get a base price of $51,895 for the work truck. If you want the plain Jane work truck with a single cab, it'll cost you closer to $40,000, but for the crew cab and 4x4, it's $51,895. The 6.6 liter V8 makes 401 horsepower, 464 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. You can upgrade about $10,500 to the 6.6 liter Duramax, which makes 445 horsepower and 910 pound-feet of torque. I know for the 2022 review, we said that Chevy is planning on putting a new updated 6.6 liter Duramax for 2023, but it looks like they're going to be holding that off for 2024, possibly even 2025. It still makes a ton of power. We can tow up to 36,000 pounds with a gooseneck, 14,500 with a tow hitch, and with a 6.6 liter Duramax, we have a 6,523 pound payload capacity. We can also upgrade about $1,000 for the power takeoff option on the 6.6 liter Duramax, and about $3,800 upgrade for the LT trim level over the work truck. Now we get an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, body colored door handles, and just nicer overall seats. An additional $7,500 gets us the LTZ trim, which gives us dual zone climate control, remote start, AC adapters for the front and rear, power windows, and chrome trim all throughout the exterior. The top of the line High Country that you see here will cost you an additional $9,500 over the LTZ, but we get nicer wheels, body color bumpers, power leather seats, running boards, High Country bed liner. It's got a little High Country etch in it. We'll check that out once we hop out back. Chevy's Infotainment 3 system and a Bose sound system, which sounds very good. Altogether, with 4x4 and crew cab, you can expect a base price around $82,650. What do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your body color front bumper with front parking sensing. We have a forward-facing camera too. We have a orange bow tie. This specific High Country has a black bow tie package, but it hasn't been installed yet by the dealer. LED daytime running strips, full LED for the high and low beam, and a halogen turn signal. Chrome tow hooks. We get fog lights too, some chrome trim for the bottom portion. I'm liking that brown trim for the center of the grille. Hopefully you guys can pick it up on camera. Functional hood scoop too, solid bulge for this massive 6.6 liter V8 Duramax diesel. The hood itself, it says Duramax with Allison transmission on it. Of course, the 6.6 liter Duramax gets the 10-speed Allison transmission instead of the 6-speed automatic. It says High Country in the chrome in the right corner. Wheel and tire setup, we get the 17s with a massive amount of lug nuts. I haven't counted them up yet. Hopefully I'm correct when I say that there are 8. And overall, very aggressive. The dimensions for the front tires are 235/80 R17s. Out rear, we get dual 235s. We'll check that out in one second. A little bit of plastic cladding for the wheel well. High Country with the mountain range in the top right corner. Massive mirrors. We'll check those out in one second. 3500 HD. We got some motorcycles flying around. Running boards, they definitely help you get in and out of this massive full-size 3500 heavy-duty truck. Dual mirrors, they help you see all throughout this High Country, because with the dual, it does obstruct your view in the corner with the mirror. We have blind spot monitoring on the glass, zone lighting too, power folding mirrors, and additional camera down below. We get smart access for the driver and the front passenger. No smart access out rear, but not a big deal. A little bit of chrome for the bottom of the window trim, but it works well with the door handles, and everything up top is blacked out. Dark tints out rear, blacked out B-pillar. Hopefully you guys can pick up the window sticker on this 2023 Chevy Silverado 3500 High Country 4-wheel drive with the mosaic black exterior. It's a metallic. I know it's not the sunniest day. Probably not too easy to pick up the metallic, but as you see, it is metallic with a jet black interior. Standard features, you guys can pause, take a look at everything that comes equipped on the Top of the line High Country with a $70,800 base price with a 6.6 liter V8. This 6.6 liter turbo diesel is $9,750, about $2,500 for the High Country Deluxe package, which includes forward collision alert, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, IntelliBeam auto high beams, following distance indicator, safety alert for the seats, which vibrates as you approach the obstacles, rear camera mirror, heads-up display, and a gooseneck fifth wheel package included as part of your High Country Deluxe, which allows you to tow 36,000 pounds, about $1,000 for the sunroof, $525 for the interior convenience package, which is dealer installed, including a center insert organizer tray, rear under-seat storage, all-weather floor liners, $260 for the multi-flex tailgate, which is a must-have on all Chevy or GMC trucks, $200 for the all-terrain tires, $175 for the black bow ties, which haven't been installed yet, the upfitter switch kit, $150, trailer tire pressure indicator, $50, $45 for the heavy-duty front springs and camper package. So $14,615 in total options totals us out to $85,450 after a $1,795 destination, and before our after our $500 High Country Package Deluxe discount, total price sitting at $86,710. Hopefully you guys can pick it up. I got the brightness turned all the way down on my camera, so I really don't see what's going on. I do that to preserve the battery so I can record as many reviews in a day as possible. But here we have the diesel and DEF fill-up kit. It's pretty easy to open overall. More exterior lights, dual rear wheels, as you mentioned. They are both 235/80 R17 Michelin Primacy all-terrain tires. We can see our dual sets of leaf springs, very aggressive frame suspension setup overall, and a spare tire out back. I like how GM, or Chevy in this case, allows us, or gives us a cutout for the rear bumper, which makes it a lot easier to enter your tailgate. I know Ram F-150, they don't have this, but it's very easy even for a 3500 heavy duty truck to access your tailgate with those cutouts. Full rear parking sensing. Shout out Furman Chevy in Brandon, Florida for making this review possible. Tow hitch, I'll leave a link right here. What this truck is rated to tow, well, we don't even need to leave a link. It can tow 14,500 with a hitch, 36,000 pounds with the gooseneck, as you see the gooseneck setup right over there in the center. We get dual camera, well, one camera, one zone light for the tailgate, brown Chevy badge, High Country in the corner, Silverado in the left corner. You can open up the tailgate with the top button, and as you see, the top portion of the tailgate opens. You might be wondering, why would you ever need this? But check this out. You can open this up top, and you have a nice little bed extender. You have about a foot, maybe foot and a half of extra overall space. We can close this thing up, put it right back where we found it, and watch this. You press the bottom button, the whole tailgate falls down, just like any other pickup truck would, but you can lift this thing up again, and now we have a flat floor and an extender, so you can park a longer ATV on your tailgate. We already have an 8-foot bed. This is the long bed, but with this extender, you got an additional foot and a half of overall space. We come alongside, drop the button up top one more time, and now we have a tailgate step, and this is the best in the business by far. We can also add speakers so you can make the tailgate as fun as possible for everybody that's involved, but it's a 3500 heavy duty truck, and it's just absolutely so easy to get in and out. We also have a handle, if we didn't mention, right here in the corner, which aids the process even more. Hopefully I can pick it up for you guys on camera, but you take a foot, step on the step, grab the handle, and we're right here in the bed of our High Country 3500 heavy duty 4x4. Additional zone light for the bed and a camera for the camera mirror. It says heavy duty on both of the bed sides. Pretty cool overall. What you see is what we get. We have 3 sets of tie downs in all corners, so 12 total tie downs. We only get 2 tie downs, and never mind, we get 3 tie downs. One is just in a different location, but we'll get out of here. Pretty easy process. LED lights for the bed. Hopefully you can pick it up. Very easy process getting in and out. Huge thumbs up for GM. You put the stick away by just putting it away. Lift the tailgate up, put it, there we go. Okay, we'll take one more step back, get a good look at the daytime runners for the taillights, additional light out rear, exhaust tip, we'll take a squat, you can get a good look at the rear wheel and tire setup, differential, heavy duty 3500 rear axle exhaust tip, and speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up the 6.6 liter Duramax and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the 6.6 liter Duramax V8 turbo diesel sold by Chevrolet for the 2023 3500 heavy-duty dual rear wheel Chevy Silverado High Country. It sounds pretty decent for what it is. Definitely has an interesting smell out of the exhaust pipe, but making a ton of power. Not as much power as we expected last year, but still making 445 horsepower, 910 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this near 8,000 pound beast of a truck to 60 in under 8 seconds. So definitely a decent performer and can tow up to 36,000 pounds. Absolute beast. But again, said it twice, we got hydraulic struts in both of the corners. What you see is basically what we get. Just like the 1500s, we get small supports in both corners of the chassis, which should help the handling a little bit. Once you take it out for a drive, you'll see the GM platforms for the trucks are much better when it comes to overall handling. The ride quality may be a little bit rougher, but for the people who want a smaller feeling truck, the GM trucks are definitely superior. We can shut this hood right up. It takes a lot of muscle. See, that wasn't even enough. So be prepared to definitely put some effort in on closing the hood. Watch this. Boom. Okay, that's what it takes. We'll take one more step back, get one last look at the front styling. I'm liking those daytime running strips a lot. Fog lights, they're not currently on, but they are functional. We'll take a step to the side, check out the interior on this top of the line 2023 3500 heavy duty High Country. Again, smart access for the driver and the front passenger, chrome door handles. Up top we get soft touch leather stitch material chrome for the door handle, lock and unlock 2-person memory seats, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable auto one touch for the front, gushy saw for the armrest, contrast stitching, wood trim chrome for the surrounds, massive storage, just hard plastic down below, but to be expected. You'll fit a foot long, possibly stack up two cup holders to fit 16 ounce and possibly a big gulp right next to it. Talking a little fast here, guys. Bose sound system High Country aluminum nameplate as we step inside. The seats, perforated leather. They're not quite as comfortable as some of the other competition, but they look very durable. They are fully adjustable too. Lumbar control, recline, drop, lift, and slide. Heated and ventilated. And you can localize the heated function for either the butt or the back, which is a pretty cool feature. We'll take a step inside, really check it out. We can turn off that annoying Chevrolet door chime. Okay, start the engine right up, boom, and everything fires right to life. So first thing we notice, we'll turn this air down by a couple. First thing we notice is the steering wheel. It's pretty thin, just like most of the other Silverados. No 10-2 bolstering notch. The 9-3 fits your hands very well. We get 3 spokes for the bottom, so if you want your arm on the armrest, you got a comfortable spoke for the left armrest, the right armrest, and if you want to be reckless with your arm on your lap, we get a 6 o'clock spoke too. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, very aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. On the left side, we have our cruise control settings. You can adjust the cruise control right over here, forward collision alert, and a heated steering wheel. On the right side, voice commands. You can answer and hang up your phone calls, and this adjusts your LCD cluster. Right now we're looking at TPMS. Yes, that is not exaggerated. We have 80 PSI up front and near 80 PSI out rear. So it's set for towing, and yes, it does compromise the ride quality. This ride quality, I'm not going to say it's very good, but it's solid. It absorbs the bumps decently, and if you want softer ride quality, all you got to do, of course, just deflate the tires. It's just that will also compromise your towing capability or payload capability. Not quite sure which one. Air filter life, brake pad life, fuel economy. You can see your average fuel filter life. That's interesting, and our DEF level. We have our info page options, distance, and our average MPGs for both screens, oil life, and right back where we came from. We also have our music, nav, which is like a compass, and turn by turn, which is currently in demo mode. You have to actually leave the demo mode to even be able to access it. Okay, so right there, we have a little heads up compass and a turn by turn if the navigation was hooked up. Phone call settings and our overall settings, we have units, info page options, display, home, speed warning, heads up display. Yes, we do get a heads up display. It's currently not on. We press heads up display, speed limit, style, adjust rotation. Okay. No, it's currently not there. I'm definitely not imagining that. No, we definitely get a heads up display. It's just really tough to pick up. I know it's tough to pick up on camera, but trust me, it's tough to pick up even with my eyes, probably because the sun is shining directly onto the display itself. But we do get one. Very cool. We can also adjust the speed limit, style, whatever. It doesn't really matter. We have software information, units, and right back to where we started. We can go right back to the home screen where we have a digital speedo with traffic sign recognition with the fuel level beneath that and the clock to the right. The gauges, we get about a 4,600 RPM tach, 140 mile an hour speedometer. Up top, we have our oil temperature, we have our coolant temperature, fuel level, and our voltometer. Two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive in the top right corner. We do get 4x4 on this truck. To the left of the steering wheel, we have our drive mode select. Drive modes include tow haul, normal, and off-road mode. We'll start off in normal. We're not going to test out off-road. We're going to keep everything on the road. No sport mode. Wouldn't be expected with a 3500 truck. 4x4 in the corner, we have four-wheel drive auto, 4 high, 2 high, and 4 low. Beneath that, fog lights, you can turn them on, bed lights, interior lighting, auto headlamps, and our zone light down beneath. For the bottom portion, electronic parking brake, 5 auxiliary switches. We have our hood latch release. You can get a good look at your pedals. I know my camera is in the way from the steering wheel. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel. It's not a power tilt and telescope. The stocks have a pretty satisfying click to it. The high beams feel pretty high quality too, auto high beams. No rain sensing wipers, unfortunately, will be expected on top of the line high country trim. Washer fluid release right to the side. Gear selector, which controls your 10-speed Allison automatic transmission, manual shifts on the gear selector. We have leather stitching for the dashboard, 8-inch touchscreen with navigation. The response is excellent. The resolution is pretty good too. Definitely no complaints. You can check out your home screen. Typical GM, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it is wireless. You can see your trailering settings too. We're going to get started, and you can add your profiles, maintenance, checklist, trailers, and the overall settings. Right back to your home screen. Camera, we can check out our cameras too. We have an over-the-head 360 forward-facing camera, which we're currently looking at. Press the button one more time, and I don't know, nothing changes up. You press this button, we lose our 360. I personally like the 360. Blind spot cameras for the front wheels and the rear wheels, so you don't have to worry about scuffing up these massive dual rear wheels on your 3500 truck. Over the top 360 for the front. It's not a moving 360 like we see with some of the other competition. You press this button, we have an over the top rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory, and a 360 right next to it. Of course, press it one more time, over the top for the front. Press this button to the side, we have a forward facing camera. Press it one more time, we have a rear facing camera with guidance lines and trajectory. Cool. Ton of cameras, very configurable. You press this home screen in the corner and we go right back to our home screen. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably just be the map. So we'll go to the nav, leave it here. Volume stocks are similar to all the other GM trucks, not the same as the updated 1500s, but has a satisfying click, dual zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats, and you can adjust the location for the heated function. The 6.6 liter Duramax gets an exhaust brake, lane keep assist. You can turn off your parking sensing, electronic tailgate release, hazards, turn off your traction control, turn off your in-bed light. You can fall down all 4 of your windows with a click of a button. Trailer brake controller, USB-C, USB port, and a 12-volt AC adapter. As we mentioned, we have a wireless charging pad, additional storage right next to it, 2 cup holders with a little cigarette pack slot for the center portion. We don't get soft touch where your knee will often hit, but it is outlined in wood with some chrome outside of it. Some additional storage pocket in the corner on both sides of your Silverado. The armrest is massive. You get some perforated leather in the center, gushy, soft. You can open it up. It reveals a tray with a coin holder. Pretty decent storage for the tray itself. We get an aux cord, USB-C, USB port, and an SD card. Interior light for the cubby too. We can remove this tray. It exposes a massive cubby. You're fitting a bowling ball, maybe 2. You'll fit a 8-pack of 2-liter bottles of sodas. That is an absolutely massive center console, one of the biggest in the business. You also have some additional storage underneath this pocket. Not quite sure why you would need it, but you do have it. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it too. Glove box, also better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You can open up the bottom one. Pretty large. You'll fit 20, 25 license plates, a pair of shoes with no problem. If you're under a size 8 or 9, you should be able to fit 2 pairs. Up top, the glove box is tiny. I wouldn't expect you to fit more than like 4, maybe 5 pairs of gloves, and you're gonna have to jam them in or they're just gonna fall out because of gravity. Frameless rear view mirror. It is a camera mirror too. 3 buttons on it. They're not garage homelink settings. They adjust the settings and display for the mirror. The garage homelink settings are for the center portion. We can check out the camera mirror. We're looking at a fence with some barbed wire behind us. The interior lights are LED. We can slide this sunroof with a click of a button. The shade follows it, of course. It's not a panoramic. I kind of wish it continued out for the rear, but it does the job. Goes out just about to the end of the front row. We could poke our way out of here. Beautiful day right now in Brandon, Florida. It's 90 degrees, but there's a nice breeze today, so it's not unbearable outside. We can close this thing right up. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you can see how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it for the front seat. You can also check out the sliding third window if we didn't show you, and there's a tilt function for this moonroof. If you want to check out the visor, it's actually surprisingly large. It's not LED illuminated, but it is illuminated. What more could you ask for? SOS, OnStar, and voice commands. That's about it for the front seat of this 2023 3500 Silverado High Country 4x4 crew cab. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the quality of the materials. We have the same leather stitching up top, cushy soft armrest, wood trim, chrome surrounding it. No auto one touch out rear. Maybe for the bottom, yes. For the bottom portion, it's auto one touch, but as you see, coming back up, it is not. Beneath, we have massive storage. You'll fit a foot long, possibly two. Big gulp easily right next to it. Additional Bose speaker. Running board continues. No aluminum nameplate, but what? Not really a big deal. We check out the rear seats. We get some secret storage. You can throw some secret stuff in that cubby. The seats pop up, and we get some more secret storage in this cubby. Cool, and this is removable, so if you want the flat floor, you can lay a sleeping bag down here and have a place to sleep in some emergency situations in your $90,000 truck. You can move this stuff out of the way. Legroom looks very impressive. We know that it is in all full-size trucks. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, and yes, I have almost a foot of knee room. Mat pockets behind both of the front seats. No third zone climate. We have heated rear seats, USB-C, USB-A, 12 volt, and 2 rear air vents outlined in chrome. 2 cup holders through, 2 with a pass-through. Good spot for a phone. Interior light, LED, ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to that moonroof. Headroom, I have at least 3, 4, maybe 5 inches thanks to this cutout out rear. The cubby, we can open it up. We get a string, has very good resistance to it. Soft leather. Cup holder should fit 12 to 16 ounces. Additional square pocket in the center. We can shut this thing right up though. That's about it for the back seat, guys. Ton of space back here, and of course the child locks are on. Hopefully I can get out of here from the other seat, and looks like we can, so we'll do exactly that. Hop out of this 3500 heavy duty Silverado High Country. Take one last walk around. It's a beautiful truck. Obviously we're getting up there in price, but in terms of capability, it's one of the most capable beasts you can buy on the road today. And speaking of the capability, let's take it out for a drive. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all new 2023, well, not all new, it's just a new model year, but 2023 Chevy Silverado 3500 heavy duty dual rear wheel. Let's take it out for a drive. The first thing I notice is just the overall commanding view of the road. Second thing I notice is how squishy and almost useless the brake pedal is. We can turn on the camera rear mirror. The steering feels great. All GM trucks have excellent feeling steering. The turning radius obviously isn't the best because of the overall length of this thing, but stepping out here, lean into it about a quarter of the way. Oh yeah, absolute powerhouse in terms of mid-range torque. It takes a second for the turbo to spool up, but once it does, this thing can definitely move. Again, you got to step on the brakes hard to really get this thing to slow down. Taking a step out here. Yeah. Whew. Not bad. Yeah, you feel the bumps though. Stepping out here. Good throttle response too. I'm sure the 6.6 liter displacement helps, but the response is solid. We have another, looks like dealership Silverado. Yeah, you feel the bumps noticeably more than you would from a 1500, especially the updated 1500s, but throwing it in way quicker than we should. The body roll is surprisingly limited. We got some massive bumps coming up. Boom. Oh yeah, you definitely feel them. Okay. But again, the handling, check it out. The competition would not be that nimble through the corner. We'll let this car pass us. We'll try out an acceleration off the line. Okay. Off the line. We're not gonna floor it because it will spin the tires, but we'll try to get a good launch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we ran over the bumps and the traction control kicked in, so we don't have to push it a whole lot farther than that. But it has good power. We'll take a step out onto the highway at some point in this review, try to give you guys a better sense of the acceleration, but you certainly feel it. I'll try to turn up the brightness on this heads-up display. All right, there we go. That should be a better overall angle for the heads-up display. Hopefully you guys can pick it up on camera. All right, guys, taking a step out onto this highway, we'll lean into it a little bit more. Yeah, on the gas. Woo. Yeah, this thing can get up and go. And at high speeds, the steering can get a little bit floaty. It's not quite as confidence inspiring as it is at low speeds. Yeah, you can move the steering wheel around a good inch before the truck really starts to respond. We're gonna have to turn around pretty shortly, but it feels good. Try some passing power. Yeah, this thing feels really good. The brakes, however, they don't feel quite as good as I wish they did. All right, guys, one more time on the gas. Ooh, not bad at all. This thing can get up and go. Obviously, it's not blowing you away in terms of speed. The 0 to 60 will be around the 8-second mark, maybe around 7.5 seconds, but the low end punch is definitely there. Up top, not a whole lot, but once you get around to 2,000 RPM, it feels strong. So overall, if you're looking for a heavy duty truck, you're looking to tow, you're gonna be towing over 20,000 pounds consistently, like once a month plus, I would definitely suggest looking at the Chevy Silverado 3500 dually. Obviously, it's a little bit dated compared to some of the competition, but in terms of deals, out the door price, you can get a killer bargain on one of these compared to the competition. Obviously, the $86,000 base price is a little up there, but I wouldn't be surprised if you can walk home out the door closer to the $80,000 mark. So if you're looking for a heavy duty truck, you want some extra added luxuries and tech, and you do need to tow 20,000 pounds plus consistently, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2023 Chevy Silverado Dually High Country. And a huge thanks to Raul at Furman Chevy for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below. And if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and that's for Raul. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you guys so much. You know, the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you'd like to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting all those videos out for you guys. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.